The 4B movement is a movement made by women in Korea, right? South Korea, maybe North Korea, we don't know, they on lock, okay? But in the Koreas, their birth rate has tumbled like to like 1%. The shit is about to, more people die than are being born because the women in Korea are sick of these men. Okay, they're sick of the men around them. They sick of them, and they basically said the B in the 4B movement, FYI, is because in their language, these four things all begin with a B, right? So basically, no dating men. They don't even want to date them. Okay, no dating men, no marrying men. Okay, they don't want to marry you, they don't want to date you, they don't want to have your kids, and they don't want to fuck you. And that's where it is. It's like we ain't shit. Remember, leave us the fuck out of it. That's basically what the Korean women are saying. The Korean women are saying y'all are trash. Y'all make our lives so much harder. Y'all hate us just as because it's their men, so they see their men for who they are, like we see ours for who they are. Y'all apparently hate us, so leave us the fuck out of it. Having your babies destroys our lives. Having you in our lives destroy our lives, make our lives more difficult, make it harder. We don't want to pay 50% of the rent. Shit, I don't even want to pay 0% of the rent if I have to deal with your bitch ass or the fucking top. And I feel that. We all feel that. A lot of women, especially nowadays, it's like, listen, I like a nigga who do shit. Y'all know me. That's a given right there. Even comprehend the 50-50 women who still have to deal with the bitch assness of it all. The whining, the crying, the da-da-da-da. What does that say about how women feel about ourselves? That's the question. And I think the 4B movement, which is now in America, and it's American, okay? It's about to Americanize the fuck out of this shit. I think the 4B movement, in my opinion, is like, you know what? I can do bad by myself, or I can do better by myself than have to deal with you. My value as a human being, as a woman, is not tied up in you. You need me more. You want me more than I want you. Because dicks might sound good, but the stress of the bullshit you got to deal with a lot of these situations, is it really worth it? Out here, like the example of Nene, stealing people's husbands to turn around and have him stolen from you. What the fuck? Is it really worth it? What do you have? Why do you think, why do these men think, besides the religion and the patriarchy, that they are that fucking important? That we will fall apart and fucking die. The calmest a woman's life is in between relationships. Do y'all not agree? I believe it. Even if you paying all the bills and all the rent, but you acting like an ass. You being a douche. You entitled. You ain't got no emotional intelligence. Bitch is tired. Women are tired. And again, for most women, because again, all of the, when I talk about the Nene Leakses of the world and and the women who ain't got no friends, none, or like they're not overwhelming in numbers. They are a percentage of women, because again, all women are not monolithic. There are a percentage of women, but most women out here have relationships and bonds with other women. Our sisters, our mothers, our cousins, our friends, our homegirls who we brunch with, who our homegirls who we go on trips with, who don't attempt to murder us on the trips. You know what I'm saying? Like the people around us, our co-workers, our neighbors. I tell y'all about my neighbors all the time. Our neighbors. I worked the election yesterday. Y'all know I told y'all. And my neighbor, she works at that location. I've been working at that location. It's the closest location to me for like 3 years now. Before they had me up the block at another location. But I'm at Mines now. We were at the same, section of thing and just vibing. We ain't friends. We're associates, but just vibing, just having casual conversations. Women can do that. There are vibrators out this bitch. And honestly, it's not even empty. I don't think it's worth. Can I say this? I don't think it's worth. And there was a time in my life when I was like, I didn't know. Getting everything that you need. I could, you know what? Okay, so let me say this. And I'm gonna say this this is gonna be some real shit. And I hope, listen, I'm gonna say this. Saying, oh, because I don't want to be, I don't want my empty bed, and because I like sex. Women will be with men. I've done it. Who foot it all and got the weakest dick out there possible in 3.2 seconds. Women will be, you know what I'm saying? So, but then again, you gotta like your peace. Your peace. I love what the Korean women are doing. I love that it is coming over here, and women already is talking about I want to be child free. Women are already talking about I want to be child free, and I love it for them. I love the girl who did, and she's a hard Christian. The lady who, she's not a lady. She's probably, I think she might be younger than me. That's not, you know what I mean. When I say lady, it implies she's older. But the girl who is like the coordinator at the election thing, she child free. She's what I consider a super Christian. Even the super Christians out here are child free. I have numerous family members, especially, a couple older, who are child free. Shout out to them. Because a lot of the babies are just made or with intent for a nigga to put hooks in you and not actually do anything and make your life more difficult. And then call you shit for being a single mother. Especially nowadays. I remember growing up, I had a stepdad. Nobody acted like it was the worst thing in the world for a man to be a stepdad or for somebody. Now these little niggas who ain't grow up with nobody loving their mama. That's what I come to realize. Can I just say that? These niggas who be running around doing all this weird shit, I think a lot of their issues is nobody loved their mama, so they don't understand. They don't understand. They just can't comprehend. And maybe it's the generation. Maybe I don't give a fuck what it is. Nonetheless, some shit got to be done. And I think women in general have to be actively aware. Just actively aware. Okay? Because putting all your shit into some dude ain't always working out for you. It's not always working out for you. Talk about I don't have no friends when you don't put no effort into your friendships in the real world. Sitting up in your house paying majority of the bills like a lot of women do with some busted ass nigga on their couch playing fucking Xbox, but you have to come home and bust your ass and walk on shelves because he feel away and still trying to make him feel like a man when he's sitting on your couch like a little boy. What is the point? For all of that, you could go to brunch with your homegirls. For all of that, you could spend the money and live the way you want to live. Y'all know, can I tell y'all a secret? I love y'all, so we're going to talk about this. I've wanted a couch. Y'all know we had the gray couch before. I wanted a pink couch for years. Since I was like in my 20s. I wanted a pink couch for years. I'm Joe. I wanted a pink couch. When I was real little, I wanted the bed, with the canopy, the white bed with the canopy and all of this shit for years. Why didn't I get those things when I had white beds Especially when I first moved in out on my own. I had a beautiful white bed. Went to shit. Why? Because I got married and motherfucker didn't want a white bed and didn't want a white couch. And I just went along with it. And even when we was buying this couch, I didn't buy the last couch that I had. I ain't paid for it. Like a lot of the shit, I ain't paid for it, right? So, but I was still like, we working and trying to what I got the couch. I hated that gray. Can I tell y'all, I really hated that gray couch. I hated that shit. I hated that shit. I hated it with everything in me because it's why the fuck is a gray couch in my house when I've always wanted a pink couch. So I replaced my couch and I got a new bed. If I didn't tell, I told y'all that my brother got me a new bed like a month ago. When he wanted that little money, he was like, "What you want, sis?" I was like, "I want to buy this bed." I got me a nice, beautiful white tuft bed. My brother bought it for me. Shout out to my youngest brother for making that money. And now I actually have the things that I want in my life. I'm 43 years old. And I've wanted a pink couch since I was in my 20s. But trying to adjust and all of this. For what? For what? For what? That's what these young kids are on right now. And I love it for them. Let me tell you what else what I learned yesterday. Apparently there's a movement. Because these young kids ain't like us. Shout out to them. These younger kids, the white ones, the black ones, all of them, is on that, is not on some, we're going to vote and hope that they change. Like, we had hope back in the day when we voted for Obama, but we had hope. I had hope. I've always voted, right? Or I had that conversation with another girl who was on a thing with me when she was like, "Well, I don't understand because your vote count." And I said, "They vote do count." Why was a large majority just at my center, and I know it was happening in centers all over New York City and all over the world, because the options were Biden and two other people I don't even fucking know. And it's a movement apparent. I don't know if it's in other places. It's in New York where these kids was actively coming in. They vote. They're voters. They come in. They get their ballot. And they ain't vote for nobody. But they put their empty ballot in the fucking machine. I actually want to know. Because I know the time somebody going to pick this shit up. But on my count, because again, you can't be on people's screen. But when you put an empty ballot into the machine, okay, I'm working the scanners. Okay, you gotta the machine automatically tells you your ballot's empty. Are you sure? Because that's what the machine does. Normally, if you put your ballot in the machine take your ballot, boop boop, that's it, done. And I give them a little I voted sticker, and they go on about their way. If they step in there, I'm there. They stop in and they put their shit in the machine, and then they go like this. That means they have to press the button. I forgot what the button said. It says proceed. It's something along the lines of like proceed with empty ballot or some shit like that. Basically, yes, I'm sure. It was about, okay, most of the bunch of old people that come in because they put the shit on their calendars for them a reason for them to go outside. All of the old people, they were just doing their regular shit. I'm going to say not even 50%, like 60% of the younger, 60, maybe 75% of the kids not even kids, of the people under 40 were putting in empty ballots. The last person who voted, let me tell you how deep it is. And this is because of these people ain't don't give a fuck. This is because of Israel. You gotta remember where I live. I live in Crown Heights, Brooklyn. Okay, it's blacks and it's Jews. Okay, that's where I live. Okay, Israel is a real big thing. Student loans is a real big thing. You threatening us with saying, oh, but the lesser of two evils. I've been tired of hearing personally about the lesser of two evils for the last 20 something years that I've been an active voter. I'm tired of hearing that. Because the lesser of two evils is funding a fucking genocide that is destroying the world. The lesser of two apparent evils have the migrants running up here like they done lost their minds, okay? Because what you should have did, especially we're in New York, was when Texas brought their asses over here, you should have shipped their asses back, okay? But you didn't do that. So now they putting in empty ballots, AKA play with us if you fucking want to. I've worked elections 15 years, about 15 years. I've never in my life seen anything like this. Shout out to the new generation who ain't having it. They not having it with the politicians. They not having it with these trash ass niggas. These niggas tell you they don't want you. Believe them the first time. Nigga act crazy, believe him the first time. Nigga got you in your own house walking on eggshells because you trying to still make him feel like a man, even though put his ass out. Believe his bum ass the first time when he showed you he wasn't shit and leeching off of you and gonna suck you dry until he find another bitch to go suck dry. Believe him the first fucking time. I love this new generation. Can I say that? Let me look into some of these comments. I'm going to drop the link. I know we're supposed to be talking about King Combs today, but I don't think we're going to get into King Combs today. I ain't going to hold you. I think this is a great topic. Because I want to talk about this and what I, as a creator, talking about things that you actually want to talk about is the best. So I'm dropping the link in case anybody want to come up. But let me look at some of these comments. She says, sounds like something Black women should do with Black men. Country slang. I'm thinking in New York, in America, it's looking like all women, except for the Mormons. But they're learning too. It's looking like all women, okay? But especially Black women, we're Black. So yeah, why? These men, these manospheres, these red pillars telling you they don't fuck with you. They out here disrespecting you to your face and you trying to play like they not. Like my homegirl who told me she was talking to some guy at her job, and I ain't gonna hold you. I was really annoyed with her. I'm not gonna say mad because I can never be mad at her. I've known her since we was like in junior high school. So I can never really be mad at her, but I was still like annoyed because, she was telling me this conversation she was having with one of her co-workers. And she was telling me that he was basically talking a bunch of manosphere talking points. And like the way she was talking, I'm like, do you comprehend that what you just did was trying to say, but I'm not like them. Or like a nigga telling you, well, I fuck with you, you my side or whatever, because, you old fashioned, you just gonna take whatever, basically, AKA, you just gonna take whatever bullshit I'm giving you. And just, somebody tell you that to your face? That's my question. How does somebody tell you that to your face? It's one thing when these niggas was out here lying. How does a motherfucker tell you to your face? That is not a compliment. And trying to bash another woman because she ain't cooking for the bastard you trying to cook for and act and playing wife for when he damn sure ain't gonna marry you. It's not the flex you think it is. And the gag is, y'all want to hear the gag? That he's gonna marry the girl who don't cook for him. Because the reality is, ask the girl with 5 brothers, then nobody wants the doormat. The reality is that the training of Black women being some fucking doormat or some fucking hold his ass up fucking sort of entity has worked against us. Hard body. Putting these niggas first allows you to put yourself last. So you feel like shit. He making you feel like shit. What is the point? Anyway, Jada said when I first heard about 4B, I thought it was a sister movement. When I Googled, I was like, wow, child, the Asian chicks have had enough. Their birth rate is down to like 1.2 or something like that. But all birth rates are down, except in countries where women still, girls, let me not say women, girls still have no rights and control over their bodies. Yeah, no, I've stopped that a long time ago, but I'm just saying we live together, and I was trying to be like, well, I can't have a pink couch if I live with, a guy, but now I don't even I haven't let a nigga in my house. I couldn't even tell you. I got a kid, number one. You said that ain't happening. I need to go to your house. You need to have a nice home. That's how I roll. I need to go to your house so I can leave and go home. You ain't gonna be in my house stressing me out. You ain't gonna be in my house eating my motherfucking food up, not being a benefit at all. These niggas live in a world where they think they have so much value and they can't even get the part where even in their patriarchy, they can't even get that part right. Ain't no way your world is getting you feeling like shit, being treated like shit, you doing all this shit, and you paying bills. I don't even want to go through that if I'm not paying bills. Ain't no way. Nigga treating you like shit, like you ain't shit. Like the little girl who was with the 33-year-old man, her real question should have been, why you can't be with a bitch your age? Hello? Ain't no way. Got you feeling like you ain't. But why? Why are women doing it? Shout out to the percentage of Black women who are out here buying homes more than anybody else. I just saw that news article. Shout out to them because they get it. She said, like, if I'm getting cheated on, I better be getting my bills paid and needs met. I'm just saying, I don't want to be getting cheated on, but I'm just saying, what the fuck? People treat you the way you allow them to treat you, and that's cool. Women have been treated like shit forever. Well, not forever. Since patriarchy been patriarchy. And we have a choice. We live in a world now where we have a choice. We're not in a third world country where we have no control and, people sell us like fucking cattle like they used to. We can open bank accounts. We can buy homes. Oh, shit. We don't need a nigga to eat. If you're we don't need a nigga to eat. You couldn't say that back when my mama was a kid and, back then where our mamas was kids. You couldn't do that. We couldn't rise to those positions to be able to shit. We were still working and kicking ass, doing all this shit. But we don't have to deal with the abuse grandma dealt with. You know how they love to tell us, oh, I wish it was like back in the days when when families were great. Families weren't great. The white women were drunk, hopped up on drugs because that's the only way they could deal. They were drunk, hopped up on fucking drugs. Okay? We're over it. Women in general are fucking over it. Black women had to deal with your abuse. They talking about, remember a couple years ago when they was running around talking about how welfare put the men out the house. They put themselves out the house. They were running around with no jobs. They couldn't provide for their family. Your wife, your girlfriend, whatever, your baby mama probably wouldn't have needed welfare if you went and worked and not smoked crack. I said what I said. I'm talking about the 80s. Or nowadays, if you went and got a job instead of being out here trying to sell drugs or trying to be a scammer, whatever it is, the new age equivalent of that bullshit is. We kind of don't want to. We kind of don't have to no more. I told y'all this story before. I'm going to tell y'all this story again. Y'all know my grandmother, the lady I call my grandma, she came to America back in like the 40s, right? That's how most of us came here. We are beautiful women in my family. Okay. As my mama's side, we are women. Okay. We give it up. All right. Okay. My great-grandfather, my great-grandmother died when they were young, right? My great-grandfather, astute businessman, fucked up ass man. His name was Joseph, which is funny. He basically gave all his daughters to rich Panamanian dudes. Okay, basically to marry. He married. That's how you did it back in the day. You married your people off. My grandmother, who came up here, was married to my grandfather, who was an abusive fucking prick. She told me, no, I'm sorry. I'm mixing up grandmothers. The grandmother who came up here wasn't married to my grandfather. I'll tell you about them in a moment. She was married to another one who was an abusive prick. Okay. He beat the shit out of her. He did all of this shit, right? She could not go back home. Her dad would beat her and send her back to her abusive husband, who would then turn around and beat her again. He beat her so bad that she had a miscarriage. And when the one time she was pregnant, and and I think it messed up her fertility because she never had no kids after, right? She escaped to America. Y'all. She ran to America to get away from this nigga because if she stayed in Panama, her parents would have, her father would have kept throwing her back at this nigga who constantly tried to kill her because he needed to tame the beautiful girl. And she ran, and her father never spoke to her again. They talked bad about her whole life. I had to check one of my aunts like a year or so ago when she tried to say something about her, talking about how she was out there. They always want to slut shame you when you don't want to follow their rules. I say that. They always want to slut shame you when you don't want to follow their rules. But let me tell you about my actual grandmother, my mother's mother. Let me tell you about her real fast. Not too much, because it's my mama business. My grandfather was a douche. My grandfather was a fucking douche. Okay? He didn't really want to marry her. He might have been, this is what, that's what the grandmother who raised me told me. So he had to marry a woman because in Panama, it didn't matter. Okay? Trust me. People have been trying to throw gay niggas at me my whole life to marry, especially when I was young. I don't think they see. The Hispanics don't see, or they refuse to see. Let me say that. They refuse to see that this nigga, like, so now they want to force him to marry a woman to make him not, and he ain't gonna take it out on his parents who made him marry her. No, who he gonna take it out on? He gonna take it out on her. So basically, he was shit as well. He abused my grandmother as well. It was really, really bad. Meant like he kind of drove her crazy. That's that part of me why I will never let a nigga do. That's why I'm so fucked the way I am. See people for who they are and bounce. He drove her crazy, or her kids were taken from her. That's how a lot of us in my family ended up in America. early. My aunts and them, they took them to punish her, to punish her. That is the good old days that they want us to go back to. And that's just that's just two people in my little Panamanian family who were alive during the 40s, 50s, and 60s. No. Let's not talk about what they was doing to women over here, especially to the black women over here. And what they were suffering through to make sure that they kids ate. Not because they love that whole ass nigga, just to make sure that they kids ate. Had that they ate. The gag is we don't need niggas to eat no more. We the one bringing in the groceries. So it ain't going back to 1950s at all. Marie, yes. I didn't even see that when I started talking. Yes. And our new generation won't. I tell my daughter all the time. I will admit, when she was younger, because that's how I was raised. The job is to grow up, get your shit together, get married, have babies in that order. No baby mama bullshit. That's how we are, period. But I have to realize in the last couple of years, I'm going to say the last 3-4 years, I think this is when the whole shift. I really push for and I tell her all the time, you don't have to get married or have kids. You don't have to have kids. AKA, if you attempting to have kids, you can wait as long as possible. I'm in no rush. Even if I'm not here when those kids are born, if they're ever born, that's okay. Whatever works best for you. I don't want to create a situation where you like, I want grandchildren. And then look. And now my grandchild is fucked because of look. Because of my selfishness. Because I want grandchildren. Fuck your grandchildren. What about me? I want her to make sure she good. That when she chooses to have a kid, if she chooses to have a kid, it is in the right situation. It's not because, oh, I'm 30. I guess I got to get married. I guess I got to do this. I guess I got to do that. Because a lot of us did that. Shit, I did that. Okay, I guess it's time for me to get married. Okay. All right. I ain't going to I told y'all this before. I knew. But you got to, right? Because I wanted a kid. You got to, right? You gotta have married. You gotta get married. In order to have a kid, right? You gotta get married. Because everybody want to know, where's your babies? I don't fucking want them. I don't want to marry. I don't want to get married. But that's how you raised, right? So I don't want to carry that tradition on. I am so ecstatic that I have so many family members, the little kids who ain't got no kids. I was having a conversation with my dad about one of my brothers. This was a couple months ago. And he was like, I keep asking him when he gonna have kids. And I said, he's only 29. Leave that phone alone. You know what I'm saying? He to have kids for what? Is he married? No. Is he ready for kids? Probably not. So have kids for what? To have kids over there and he be over here? To try to figure out how to take care of his kids appropriately because he not with the baby mama because he ain't really fuck with her anyway. And he just had this baby because I'm supposed to have kids? No, absolutely not. We got to change. Shit is changing. We got the world is changing and you better change with it. She said these men are overrated. Oh my God. She said, when you feel Shirley, you live up the block. Shirley just bought one of our cups. Go to JOVIBEAUTY.com, get you a cup, get you a sweater, get you a hat. Oh, y'all saw the cup. Shirley just bought a cup. Shirley, I looked at your dress, Shirley. Shirley, told me you lived across the street. Oh my God, I probably seen Shirley a million times and didn't realize it. She said, "When you feel butterflies in your abdomen, that's your soul saying, hell no, that's a narc. Run away ASAP." Oh God. She said, Tressa says men aren't worth the stress, especially since women can work now and take care of ourselves. Women had no choice back then. That's what I'm saying. We had no choice. Now we have choices. Now these girls have choices. These girls in Korea are out here making money. Why would they have babies? The women in China, women here. Why? Breathe. Ain't got no damn kids.
Yeah, I I don't. I feel like I have time. I never listen to
You
people
do.
when
You
they talk
do.
about the biological clock. I know I'm going to do it when the time is right. I your body knows when you're going to do it anyways. So, and I believe the stars, the moons, the universe will all align with you to give you what you want. I am a big proponent of never rushing into anything. There's a story I was going to tag you in
Mm-hmm.
about Queen Lenora, beautiful hairstylist. She goes on tour. She's a master stylist, young girl from Alabama. Her baby father, her ex fiance, trashed her place because she simply did not want to deal with him anymore. And I need women to understand this. There are men who will sleep with you and not like you. There's men who will,
They're just there to sabotage.
yes,
There's so many men in your lives, in women's lives, who are there specifically, whether it's consciously or not, just to sabotage your shit.
just to bring chaos and confusion. And when I was doing my video, I was editing it down. I said, imagine you using the talent God gave you, because you could easily, she's a beautiful girl, she could easily be up here in somebody's face and them taking care of her, but she out here getting to her own bag and doing what all these males and these podcasters do, and created her own. And then your child's father, because he's so envious of you, tries to break you.
Yes, they
And
do
she
that.
and it's just sad. And you're not lying. I've seen so many women who have their whole trajectory changed because a man. And that's why I always say, when you are vibrating at your highest, and I'm talking about spiritually, physically, emotionally, and mentally, no dusty can come through and deter you off your path. You got to listen to the red flags.
You gotta listen to the red flags. Ain't
And
no D ever that important. Ain't no nigga in my bed ever that important. And again, I've been there. I get in that
yeah,
moment. You might think, ain't it? No, don't do it.
and I always say, if they spin the block and you allow that person to spin the block, there needs to be changed behavior. Everything about them has to be changed. They have to do certain things. And Jovi and I had this conversation this Sunday. I said, I cannot believe, I feel like I'm caught up in the rapture. But you know what? It's been the biggest blessing, because that credit card got sent to me. I was like, oh, is this for me? Change behavior. Change behavior. And I said, you know what? Action. And ladies, don't listen to these men. You're not going to die old and alone. We have friend groups.
You're
Okay.
never
We have
dying old and
circles.
alone.
We have circles. A lot of these men don't have friend groups. They don't have circles. They don't have people telling them they not on a job, because men, when they think they're not, when the men aren't doing what they supposed to do, you know what they do? Ice them out. They
Mm-hmm.
don't say, hey, bro, you need to get on your SHIT. They ice them out. And you are so right. Because I saw that with his friend group. He said, nah, he's a bum. We kicked him to the curb. We don't have
Mm.
time for that. I said, y'all don't want to talk about it first? They say he knows better. So if men know that, women, you need to be the same.
Listen, listen.
But y'all get these likes up. Make sure you get your Jovi Beauty merch. I mean, she got mugs, hats, okay, scarves.
And
What
them
more do y'all
t-shirts.
want?
I'm putting that FIT degree to work, girl.
Okay, what more do you want? It looks aesthetically pleasing. Make sure y'all send a cash app, a super chat, a super thanks. Share this live. Send this to those women who need to hear it. Send this to the women who always want to talk to you about their man. Send it to them right now. Don't do it later. Don't do it later. And Nene, we know Nene just been doing anything since Greg been gone. We could just tell when you got a good man in your life that makes your life easy. When they're gone, you could tell they're gone because she just out here. She's just trying to survive at this point.
Yeah.
Because as quiet as it's kept, she probably wants to be in the plot right next to Greg. Yep. If we're gonna keep it all the way 100.
Yep.
And she can't give up because she has her sons. That's really what it is. When you really love somebody the way that he loved her and she loved him, she don't want to be here no more. And I think that's a harsh reality to face, but
yeah,
we just got to send her love too, because she's starting over. Ain't nothing out here. Ladies, get your degree, get your career, get your money, get in your bag. And I promise you, the men with the means, the men with the things that these podcasters talk about, they will show up. They don't complain. They don't care. They don't care how much you spend. They just say, send the picture. What does it look like? Where's the link? Where's the link? Check your bank. Check your Cash App. Check your Apple Pay.
Zelle just pop up.
Look at it. Get it yourself. Here. I heard you. Those are the type of men you need in your life. If they're not providing an experience of life of leisure. And when I say leisure, ladies, I'm really talking about you don't even have to use your brain. You don't even have to think.
There's too much of these men. They want us to do everything and think for them. I can't do it.
Those are the men you're supposed to be with.
It don't even make sense.
And have fun. Don't think about a serious relationship until you're in your 30s.
Please enjoy yourself. I keep repeating that to my teenager. Like, now, even like with your friends, it's gonna happen, whatever. Like, you have so much life ahead of you. I know it doesn't seem, y'all think, because I remember when I turned 30, my little brother had to drag me out the closet. I thought I was about to die. Bitch, you could have told me I was 90, but like 30 is popping. 30 is popping more than 20. 30 is popping. Like, I'm good. I'm in my 40s. I'm fine.
I'm in my 30s, and I'm telling y'all, it gets better. I thought my 20s was something, baby. This 30 game, I don't know. They call it dirty 30s for a reason, because you're cutting people off, you're getting new people, and you're surrounding yourself with love, and you create that foundation. And ladies, I had a whole breakdown. I tell y'all that. I said I had a breakdown, and a content creator stopped his live to pray with me. And I said, something is wrong with me. And no, we all go through it. I was just like, what is life about? But we've been putting in the work. And I'm telling you, life will reward you if you fight at it. And life is not easy, because if it was easy, everybody would be winning. Yeah. That's why you have to keep going. And Black women, you ain't got to hold no man down. And I believe if you're going to date out, don't date no dusty from no other race, honey. I don't care what they say. Get the best man in every color. Yeah. And on that note, I'm dropping down, baby. I love y'all. Shout out to the beauty school drop-ins and support your girl. All right. Thank you, Jovi.
All right, girl. Bye. Hey, Brittany.
Hi. The power dynamic has changed.
We don't care.
But that's the thing. It just goes back to the conversation that we had.
Just we could breathe now.
Yeah. I put in your comments that this has been going on for a while over in Asia, especially in Korea, because my mom was living over there at that time when that was happening. Like, the housewives, they would fake injuries so they don't cook for the household and stuff like that. And it wasn't working. And I guess this is working now, because especially with internet and technology, it's like a full-on movement. And that's why they're trying to get rid of TikTok. So it's just a mess. It just people are just not putting up with the mess no more. Like, we see the BS because it's like a broken record. It's the same things. And seeing that video with that guy talking about women need to settle, yeah, that was the switch that hit
they want us to settle so bad. I thought they couldn't stand us. What happened? Why do we have to leave us alone?
It came out of nowhere, didn't it? It felt like it came out of nowhere, but it was a long time coming when you think about it. because it was like a buildup, like, okay, you saying all of this stuff and you guys are so in your power with your podcast and all of this stuff. And we're telling you, no, this ain't it. This ain't it. We're the women. We hold the universe between our legs. Like, you need to stop. You need to stop. Like, this ain't it. Like, if you really gonna like get in with your game, come on, bring back the etiquette. Be a gentleman. Treat us right. We've been saying that for years. Just treat us right. That's it. And you guys know what you want, and you guys been saying it for years, and we know what we want.
Yeah.
It's just the mess. It's just the switch hit really quick. I said, oh, yeah, okay. But other than that, I'm just happy for the women who are seeing, especially young girls, young Black girls, that we're so much more than just sitting up next to a guy on a podcast, or a couple girls sitting next to a guy on a podcast looking like pick-me.
His helping him thrive. Get the fuck out of here. I'm tired. Helping him thrive, but not even getting no appreciation from it. That's what we do every fucking day.
And that's the thing. I think some of the pick-me's are waking up. Yeah, some of the pick-me's are waking up
every day and just looking at you and act like they doing so much when they doing the bit.
And the sad part about it is that when you see the pick-me's or whoever be trying to be like, oh, this is what they're. Oh, sorry. Let me turn down your TV. Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Okay. What I was just saying, as far as some of the pick-me's are waking up because they know that they're not the ones to be chosen. Mm-hmm. They're just there to be a fill-in. And it showed. So think about the girls on the podcast. I hate to say it, but they were pick-me's to me because they were just fill-ins. Because they know girl with a certain kind of dignity will be on a podcast thing for a certain kind of clout just to be talked down to of, oh, you wearing this? Oh, you look like this? Oh, I want to go for you. But
how somebody really tell you some wild shit like that to your face and you just like, oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah. And I think people woke up like this ain't it. Like it's not culture. Yeah. Being a culture as a man, you got your stuff together and you can be selfish. That's the thing they're not realizing. Yes, you can be selfish, but don't pull no woman into it that you do not want.
Yeah.
Like it's just that simple. So yeah, the power dynamic has changed. That's why people going crazy over in New York, punching people in the face.
Yeah, they mad. They just so mad. They're just so angry at women for not drinking their fucking Kool-Aid no more and seeing them. Not even that, just seeing it for what it is.
Yes, I just hope that the therapists out there, the people out there, are catering to the men out there who are going through the mess, because we're getting help. So we got to see if men are going to be willing to go to therapy, work on themselves, do something. Ain't no alpha male boot camps. Ain't no podcast.
Anytime a nigga say beta, I already know done.
Yeah, those are grifters. And they don't realize that. Girl, it'd be such quick money for those boot camps where people are like, oh yeah, you want to become an alpha male? Just pay what it was like 18,000 for one alpha male boot camp for like 27 hours or something. I was like, that is ridiculous. Like, but you know
what the gag is? They should just be honest and be like, you want us to play your daddy for 27 hours, it's going to cost you $1,800. Like, you need a dad. You need somebody to teach you how to be a man.
Yeah, but they couldn't take it that way. It is low-key like that, but they have to, make it a certain kind of way to make them feel like they're in power or they're taking their power back. You take your power back is what women's been doing. They've been looking, okay, so what's going on with me? Is it the people that I'm around? How do people perceive me? And it's not just like, oh, you should care what people think of you. It's just like how you represent yourself and who's around you and who's going to probably give you bad advice.
Yeah.
And guess who's been giving you bad advice for how many years? When did the podcast people start and when did they kind of ended?
I don't know.
Maybe like I want to say a 3-year window was open for all that crap going
Yeah.
down.
Let's say about 3-4 years. It's been a lot. Like you have to recognize they've been giving y'all horrible advice.
Yes.
Horrible advice. Like the
Yes.
men a couple of years before, they were, they weren't great, but like y'all, these new like horrible advice.
Horrible.
Like
And
the
then
men
when you're trying to help them out, and then the girls, like what you were saying, the girls that be like, "Oh, that's not it." Then you have some other guy coming up behind you, like, "Shut up, bitch! Like, be quiet. You don't know nothing.
don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what you're talking about. He's the truth. You're nothing, but you're trying to get a woman. But the woman trying to tell you, like, this ain't it. Like, come on." Especially seasoned women. Of course, you want to go after young girls, but these young girls are finally waking up and they're like, hold up, I can buy this, this, and this without you, and I'm still happy? Oh, okay.
And I'm happy. And I don't have to deal with your narcissism, your abuse. You're trying to keep me away from my friends and family, people who really love me in real life. I ain't got a question for real. Like, no, they're seeing it.
Yes, because it was always about their ego and a woman taking care of them. Okay, we do that, and they want to do the whole 50-50 thing. No, I can just have 100 by myself.
By myself. Yeah, like I don't need it.
I can have a car by myself. I can have a house by myself.
It's It's a L. It's
Yep.
what we were losing for hundreds of years. We knew we were losing before. Now they're trying to act like we were winning. They're trying to gaslight us. We were losing. We've been losing for years, for generations. And now women are seeing it and saying, you know what? No, we were making it okay. We were making excuses for taking those L's. Now we're not. We're seeing it for what it is and them for who they are. We're seeing ourselves for the value we actually have and not listening to motherfuckers who can't even fucking read above a 3rd grade level telling us who the fuck we are.
Absolutely. Right. And grabbing their passports. But like I said, TikTok, the girls have been catching on, the overseas girls, and they be telling them, what's up? This is what you need to do if you're going to be trying to get with a girl overseas or international. Because you can't just swap up a girl. You got to pay a dowry, usually the families. And if you do not, they actually can probably, unalive you if they wanted to.
Yeah. Like, you don't go to other people's countries and acting fucking crazy. I'm Panamanian. And my entire family, my mother's side, family side, father's side. But every time, even when they used to have like trips where they used to take the boys where, they would still let them know. And we're Panamanian. You don't come up and don't be messing with these girls. You don't know. And this is before all of that, this is years ago. Like, again, but you're not from there. You're coming from America thinking you're great and you're American. You coming down there telling everybody, oh, I'm American, and thinking that means anything. That just means that you are a victim.
It means that they are a target.
And they tell us, don't tell them if you don't have to, don't tell them that you was born in America. Don't tell them that. You know what I'm saying? Because you will get got even though your whole family is Panamanian. Who the fuck you think you is? Don't even have connections going to Jamaica. Going to Brazil, going to the DR. Are you fucking crazy? And you think they're not going to get you? Are you crazy?
Yeah, it's the fall of the passport bros. That even lasted a window of three years, if I'm right. And then you hearing about them coming up missing and all of this stuff. And the women reading the articles, we know what it was. Oh, we feel bad, but because you hear about these older men, they end up getting underlives, and you have the news, they're on CNN next, and we're just looking like, oh, they were there for sex tourism.
Yeah.
That type of crap.
Yep.
We're not having it no more. International, everybody's like, okay, so what do you offer? And you got people going over other countries just showing their behind in cameras. You can't do that. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
Like, seriously. I'm just happy for women who are finally waking up and seeing everything. for what it is. Of course, you're gonna have women who are just like, I'm about Jesus and all that. Yeah, you can be about Jesus, but you also could be about yourself. You can be about yourself. And it is a luxury to have a man, to be honest. It really is. Nice little luxury here and there. Just depends. If to be like, oh, do I want a man? Yeah, I want a man. Oh, do I really want a man? No.
I really want one. Yeah, like, do I really?
Yeah. You can
She'll say
just like
shit.
it's like a little accessory. Like, oh, I could get a man if I want to. And then gone are the days of girls rubbing that in your face. You ain't got no man. So thank God. My skin is clear. I'm good.
I ain't got nobody stressing me out, texting me dumb shit, upset, fucking up my day for what?
Exactly. I just want the ladies out there to be safe. There was this one video of this girl. She said she bought spray paint for in case if she gets assaulted or something, so she can spray paint the people who did whatever to her.
That's
so
good.
They'll be able to find her. I thought that was genius. Like those, those little spray paint cans you can buy at Walmart.
That's a good idea.
Yes. And a taser. But other than that, I love the conversation. Thank you so much, Jovi, for giving us a window for this. Like, this is amazing. Thank you. I'll talk to you later.
Thank you for coming up, sis. I appreciate you.
Bye.
Bye. All right, y'all. So we're going to finish these comments. Okay, we're going to finish these comments. And again, the link is up in case anybody want to come up. But we're going to finish these comments and get out of here. Because like I said, I'm tired. I worked election yesterday. It takes me about a day to recover. Okay, it's a lot. All right. But I enjoyed it and I learned some shit yesterday. Okay. She said, Cherry said, the men I work with, I have heard them revalue every woman that walks through the door. Either, ooh, she's gross, or, ooh, I want to F. All 50 plus and married, front desk security, perverts. Perverts. Thank you so much. It's coming, girl. It says ETA the 8th. It's coming. I appreciate you. Like I said, I appreciate all of y'all who support the channel, donate to the channel, all that good stuff. She said, I'm from Generation X. Me too. And they told us to find a good husband and life would be great. And it was a bullshit lie. And it was a bullshit lie. It was a bullshit lie. But now these younger kids, shout out to them, because we're letting them know it's a bullshit lie. We're not our parents or our grandparents who lied about the bullshit because they, they wanted to make sure we ate. We can eat on our own. Hello. We can support ourselves. If you want a baby, if we want a baby so goddamn much, we could go to the fertility clinic and have a fucking baby. We don't have to deal. We actually don't have to deal with the baby daddy. Oh, who's gonna attempt to use our kid to try to control us and manipulate us? And no. Because that's kind of what a lot of them only look as kids as a way to control you. Even if they don't even want to be with you, just a way to control you, throw some wrenches into whatever future plans you might have had to keep your ass in your place. Women are no longer, and this is women, Korean women, Black women, white women are standing up, and we don't want to play those games with you no more. We don't want to, we know our place. And our place is beautiful. My place. You know what? You remember that book, Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus? I don't remember who I spoke about that. I don't know who I was talking about too, but I mentioned the book like a week or two ago. You know what I think? If men, like, let's say all men went to Mars and all women went to, all men went to Mars and all women went to Venus, right? And I saw this movie once where they like separated the sexes, right? It was like a futuristic movie and they separated the sexes. Could you, do you know what their world would look like without us? Or be? Do you know, just think about it, what our world, what Venus would be like with just women? How nice our world would look. How nice our world would be. We would have clean water. We would have nice homes, beautiful trees. We would have plants everywhere. We wouldn't be in debt to, I don't know who to planet in debt to, but we would just, our homes would be nice. We would have brunch spots and meeting places. We would have workout areas in different neighborhoods. It would be so nice. If men were just menning, girl, it would look like Mad Max times 10. It would be Mad Max out there. Savagery. These motherfuckers hardly wipe their asses with us hair. Can you imagine? Mm. Stray says, I firmly believe it is a goal to make women have no choice or feel like they have no choices. Yes, that has been the goal for a couple of centuries, and they're trying to double down on it, and we do. And because we realize that we do, they're angry, boy. Now they're angry at the 4B women West movement, because there's a 4B, American movement now. They're mad at that, even though your podcast told us you hate us. So what the fuck? What it matters? What it matters? What she said? She said women would fake like no man lived there. The men would never out the house. The women lied and hid those men in closets when the workers came through. A bunch of bullshit. They did. And we lost. Housing a whole bunch of unhousable men. If he's trash, let him be trash. Like Brie and I was talking to, we were speaking the other day because she sent me some video about some homeless man, and and I told her I made a stupid mistake. It was like 2-3 months ago. I was feeling good. I went to McDonald's. I go to McDonald's sometimes Saturday mornings, especially if my kid is home. Like she don't be home a lot. She got shit to do, her sports or whatever. I don't know what day it was. It was Saturday, it was Sunday. I don't know. So I went there really early to try to get us some breakfast sandwiches and shit. It was this homeless man out there, and he was so hungry, and I was like, okay. And I bought him, I asked him, do you have any anything would be okay. And I was like, okay. So they have like the 2 for $6, so 2 things for $6. Mind you, there's like 4 different options, right, in the 2 for $6. I'll keep in mind one of them is chicken biscuit. I'll keep that in mind. So I just bought whatever. I just bought, like, okay, let me get 2 sausage biscuit for this dude. Then he gonna come talking about, oh, I don't eat pork. Homeless. I don't eat pork. I don't want it. The entitlement. Let me just say, that day my kid ate too damn much. She ate too damn much. She had her little bagel, and she had some chicken biscuits to eat. She ate them shits too. The entitlement of it all. The audacity of these men. And they really believe that shit. And it's okay. You let them believe whatever the fuck they want. I took my shit and I left. I didn't say, oh, well, let me fix it for you, and try to and get him 2 other chicken biscuits. He could have said at the beginning, I don't eat pork, so if you could get the chicken biscuit, the same price, I'd have been like, okay. But the audacity of him. And then to them look down on me. Nigga, you homeless. If you homeless, you better eat pork, because if you don't, you're going to eat that shit outside. You ain't going to eat nothing. But I didn't even say nothing. I just took my shit and left. You got to understand, these niggas will play up in your face, living in your house, being a whole burden, acting like they doing something because they giving you a little bit of money, or because they paying a fucking phone bill. Let's talk about it. You can pay that phone bill by yourself. I've been there. I've done that. You can do that shit by yourself. The stress just to have a nigga in your house acting like, you so fucked up and you ain't shit and you don't do for him. Then don't do for him and put his ass out. Like, what are you proving? Don't do for him and put his ass out. Your life will be better. He ain't bringing nothing to your life worth, because the niggas who act like that ain't really bringing anything to your life worth having. What the fuck was that? Anyway, ain't really bringing anything to your life worth having anyway. Them ain't the niggas that's paying all the bills and doing all of this, and that's not, even though in their minds they think they are, but we know. Y'all know. She said, at 25, men and some women want to make women feel bad about not having kids. I agree. Me and my eggs are fine. You don't have to have kids if you don't want to. Fuck these hoes. First, they want to make you feel bad about having kids. Then, if you have kids, you're a whore. So do whatever makes you happy. She said, I'm trying to get a promotion at work to get back to my 6 figures because I'm almost ready to retire and I need to take care of me and my son with or without a man. She said, I was on TikTok and it was a lot of women. We don't have to. I told my kid that. I said, girl, especially the career path she's attempting to go into. I said, you could pay to put your eggs away. I said, when you get a little older, so you don't even have to wait until you get old. When you 25 or whatever, that money start coming in, you just go put your eggs somewhere. For when it's time. You don't give up your security, your stability to have babies with some nigga. You don't know what the fuck gonna happen. You do what you need to do for you. Make sure you okay. So no matter what happens, you and whatever kids you have are cool. Thank you. She said she about to send it to her home girl. She said, I was waiting on a man to choose me to have a child. I saw what you said earlier on. You said, I believe that was you. You were with him for 5 years and then he left you for another woman. I'm sorry that happened to you. I wish you would have frozen your eggs, but you know what? You still got time to freeze them. Don't let that nigga, if you want to have kids for you have kids, you still have time to freeze them. You could still go to a sperm bank and have a baby. You can. I'm sorry that whole nigga did it to you, but you know what? Another nigga won't. You learned that lesson. You're gonna teach the people around you. Don't play with these. Don't play games with these hoes. Don't play games with these hoes. And the women who play games with these hoes, I've been telling y'all that from jump. I'm mean. I'm whatever. I'm okay. I'm fine. Nigga, you playing games with these hoes? They playing games with you back. I don't play games with these hoes. I don't play games with these hoes. I don't. I be like, fuck you. I ain't even answering phone calls. I get like that. I ain't doing nothing. Like what? I'm poor. Bitch, I could have $1 million in the bank. I'm poor. I'm broke. I need some money. I ain't playing games with these hoes. If I want to get married, you ain't, you don't want to get married, I'm out of here. I'm not playing games with these hoes. Especially, life and just experiences. I wish I knew so many of these things. There was times in my life when I let these niggas play with a bitch. I wish I knew that then what I know now. That's why I make sure and tell y'all, and that's why I make sure and tell my 14, soon to be 15-year-olds, stop playing games with these hoes. But when you allow people to play, they play in your face. I've proven that point. Shit, I've proven that point to high schoolers in the last month. I've proven my point. Okay. Jessica said she needed to hear these things. I'm glad I was here to tell it to you, Jessica. She said, I'm 48. I never been better. Bump these sad ass niggas. I'm not set. It don't even like, I won't even say it's not settling. I'm good. Not to say but like, she's good. It's not giving what they think. And a lot of them are attempting to run to these little girls because the question is, why you can't get nobody your age? I used to say that when I was 16. My friends who had he's 24, 25, whatever the fuck, 30. And we 14, 15, 16. Why the fuck he can't get nobody his own age? You think it's a flex. It's not a flex. It's not a flex. He used you, destroyed your life, took your childhood, molested you because you cannot, you ain't got the mental capacity to agree to this bullshit at 14 and he's 30. A lot of them fucked up your life, gave you babies just because he saw you might have had a future and he wanted to sabotage your life like he sabotaged his life. So he done threw a baby in your stupid ass. And I'm gonna call you a stupid ass because I said what I said. He threw a baby in your stupid ass when you could have went off because you had a free scholarship to Notre Dame. You had a scholarship to UCLA. And you let bum ass Ricky from up the block who think he pretty. And you think he pretty too. He liked me. He really, really liked me. You let him sabotage your whole life. You let him sabotage your whole life. Because he ain't got shit to live for. He don't give a fuck. He gonna do it, probably keep doing it, keep putting babies in you until he completely sabotage you and move the fuck on. And now here you are with kids you really didn't want because you only, because now you resent them because you were supposed to be at UCLA. You were supposed to be at Georgetown. We ain't doing that shit no more. We're not doing that shit no more. You didn't take this amazing job because it would have made him feel away. You didn't travel I remember not taking a study abroad program that I wanted so bad. Oh my God, when I went out for it. I did everything. I didn't say anything about it. I wanted so bad because my ex-husband didn't want me to go for a month. Why? Because that would have benefited me. Can't do that. I regret that. Don't do shit you'll regret for somebody who only wants to see you lose anyway. If it doesn't involve them, if the specific reason or way you winning does not involve picking them up by their bootstraps, too many of them will sabotage the shit out of it. Thank you, Brittany, for your super sticker. Thank you. All donations are thoroughly appreciated. Super stickers, super chats, cash apps. Y'all know my cash app going across the screen. If you like what I'm telling you, the vibe is vibing. We were supposed to talk about Diddy and the celebrity news, and here we go. Because again, when the shit start coming, and I'm not going to change the vibes, I'm just gonna have to change the video, but I appreciate it all. Please donate to my channel. Support your girl. Okay. She said, we are power. We are power. These men are controlled. The fact that they can't even be faithful. The fact that they throw their lives away for nothing. Their egos alone. All of these things that all the false spectacles, of power. That's not real. Because again, over in Korea, the 4B movement is moving that fucking country. Women run the world. We just don't know it. We allow these niggas to sit up on the thrones and act like they do. They don't. They don't. Their dicks run them. Sorry, I said it. It's an hour in. It doesn't matter. Their dicks run them. I don't think I've met a woman that pussy run her. Even no matter how much of a slut or I'm doing my thing, I've never met that pussy run her. Their dick runs them. They will destroy the world to get their dick wet. We're watching the Diddy and them now. Everybody, all these people out in the world who are quiet, who might be involved, all the Epstein, the people who might have been on Epstein's lists, all these people, all this power, and they all put themselves in fucked up positions to get their dick wet. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. All right, let's finish it up and get out of here. She says she glad she's celibate, single and celibate. Ain't no good out here. She said Trial says she needs our support. No, thank you. I thought Trial was a girl. Trial is a him. Trial want us to look after them. No. Just no. That was your mother's job. You're grown up now. Who looks after us? What's the burden of that? Like, nah. I thought y'all hated us. No. Shirley said, I'm just joining the chat. I have to start at the beginning regarding Nene. You really can't take or steal someone's husband. People are going to do what they want to do. And I feel you. And Shirley, girl. Not Shirley Daniels, Shirley George, girl. This is the mentality of the women that I was talking about. You're right. He is accountable, but so are you. You're right. He owes his wife, you know. You are accountable if you steal somebody's husband. If you're a fucked up human being, you're accountable for it. Regardless what that fucked up trait is, you're accountable for it. These are the same women who turn around and be like, no shade. Who be like, there's nobody to trust because you think everybody is as shady as you. Okay, Shirley Daniels. Yep. So don't do it. Let them know. Don't do it. You don't want no babies. Girl, go live your life. You don't want no babies. Now, because back in the day, they'd be like, as soon as you hit 18, when you got babies, stop doing that shit to these little girls. Stop sabotaging their lives like your mother sabotaged yours. Stop it. No. Tell them that you better not have no kids. I don't even want to hear about no boyfriend. I don't even want to hear about no boyfriend. Go do what you got to do. Whether you going to college, whether you want a cosmetology school, bitch. I don't give a fuck if you want to become a mechanic. Go do what you have to do. She said, do a perfume. That's going to be hard. But maybe not. I'll look into that. I will look into it. She said, we are the womb bearers, and that's why they are trying so hard to get us pregnant. So they can turn around and abandon their children. They'll do it. She said when Tyler Perry spouted that BS about a guy paying the light bill, how about that sort of vitriol, because that's what that is vitriol. It's just better be happy we give your dumb ass shit. Lucky I paid his light bill. No, ma'am. Just no. Thank you, Robin. Robin said he likes my shirt. I appreciate that. Let's run these likes up. If you have not already liked this video, like the video, okay? It's appreciated. She said, I love my son, but I wish I picked a better father, better husband and father for him. Me and you too. Me and you, we here. We here. We here. I agree. I agree. As someone who was married, DC was married. I ain't no baby mama. It matters. And you got to deal with the reality of who these people are instead of who you want them to be. All the red flags, pick it up. And again, of course, all men aren't shit, but the shit ones really got y'all looking crazy. So y'all need to work that out and figure that out. Maybe y'all should have some podcasts on how to be better men instead of whining and crying and talking about, I'm such a victim. Do better. Tell all them niggas to go out and get a job. Tell them to go get an education. Tell them that UPS is hiring. Tell them that there is a shortage in plumbers in America. Tell them stop complaining about $200 child support, which is $50 a week to take care of a child when it costs that woman God knows how much to take care of that child. Tell them that. Tell them to go be a plumber. Tell them to have some respect for their seed and their dicks. How about that? Because I'm telling women to have respect for our eggs and our wombs. Tell them to have respect for their dicks. And don't be spewing it everywhere. Tell them not even to mess with somebody or try to get them pregnant unless they are ready to actually be a father. Tell them to figure out how to do that, even if they didn't have a father of their own. Tell them that. This world, this country, we need plumbers, we need mechanics. Tell those I'm not good at school niggas to go get one of them jobs. Tell them to go be a nurse. Tell them to go do something with their lives instead of whining and crying and depending on their girlfriend to take up the position that their mama had. Like you said, DC got to take care of her son because he has situations. If he didn't have situations, he would be out there doing it for himself. Tell them to do that. Don't tell us shit. Because we doing it all over the world. Women are doing it, whether you want to acknowledge it or not. We did that. Shay said, I'm 31, an older man at my former job always says you need to hurry to get a man. You'll be 40 soon. Meanwhile, they're all playboys with nobody to love them. Yep. You need to hurry because it's a race. No, it's projection like that. Y'all gonna be old and lonely with cats. One, I got a dog. Two, I got friends. The old nigga, I live in a building. There's older people in my building. You don't ever see the old niggas. I remember this man died in my buildings. God bless it, Mr. Lawrence. Mr. Lawrence, I didn't know he had family until after he passed. He would come outside and walk to the corner damn near every day just to get out the house. To just go and sit up with some other old man that be outside. Like you'd be seeing them and like they don't have nobody. So y'all think we must not have nobody. Mm-mm. That's not how that works. She says it's encouraging to hear and see older women living their best lives, free relationships or best life, child-free relationships or not. I may take the rich auntie childless lifestyle path. Do it. A lot of us is, well, shit, I only got one kid. Listen. And when you focus on you, that's when God sends the best one. I went after my masters, bought a house, said F kids, and stopped dating. And God sent my husband. And it's a fate because I was not interested. Listen, it was fate. That's what she meant. Listen. We're gonna hurry up because I don't want to hit 2 hours. I love my kids, but had them young and regret the father and my choices now. Thank you for saying that. More of us need to be real with that. We don't want to hurt. We don't want to seem like we don't love our kids, but like if we real with that, we gotta tell our nieces that. We gotta tell our kids that. That's real shit. Because they, you can't act, but it's all good. You had a baby at 16, 17. It's all great. No, I wish I would have waited. I wish I would have had you with somebody else. I wish you were born a couple years later so things would be different. Shit. If I was born in another generation, I might have been child free. You got to be real to let them know whatever the fuck you think. Because you think, oh, you looking at me and, oh, I'm good. No, you got to let them know what it is. You can't play. That's why I say you can't, and don't want to acknowledge your shit. I know a girl who was talking about she wanted to have a baby at 16. She was 12 at the time. No, she was like 10 at the time. Why? Because her aunt did. And nobody acted like it was a bad thing that she had babies as a teenager. So it led to, in the future, her niece thinking it's cool. Like, this is the life, you didn't tell her that this is what you do. And if you didn't have babies as early, your life would have probably been different. You wouldn't have had to go through all of those struggles. Not, okay, yeah, we made it to the other side. I'm good. Let them know about those struggles. Do you really want to go through them? Or you want to learn from it? You want to learn from my experience, or you want to experience your own pain? You want to learn from the women in the chat's experience? Or do you want to experience your own pain? Because you couldn't experience your own pain, sis. We ain't going to stop you. We just trying to put you on a game. She says she got grandkids now. People say she don't old enough. I wish I could turn it back knowing what I know now. That's some real shit. I feel you. I feel you. Plumbers, electricians, mechanic, they excuse me, they don't want the real man jobs at all. It's sad. Child, women are in them jobs. Ladies, if schooling ain't schooling for you, plumbing, mechanic, electrician, go get it. She said men just need to shift their negative energy into positive, making money. Trust me, they will be happy. That's it. We are focused on doing what we need to do. They are focused on complaining and calling us whores and sluts, and we don't want to have babies. And why would we want to have babies? Because you're with a bum. Like, we're out here working. You mad about that? We're out here being more educated instead of going to school. You mad about that? You mad because you have no value when you did nothing to increase your value in the last umpteen years, while women were out here putting in the fucking work and putting in the effort to make sure we are valuable to ourselves. You're happy y'all ain't even valuable to yourselves. You wouldn't even wash your sheets if you didn't have somebody tell you to do it or to do it for you. You ever seen those clips where like a nigga, his bed on the floor, it's like the struggle, we made it, and now because he has the bed on the what do you call the shit, the legs, y'all know what I'm talking about now, because he got the bed on the actual like bed stand and shit. He when a nigga grow an empty room, and just because your bed is not on the floor. It's actually on the rails. I forgot right now. The bed frame is actually have a frame. They think they did something. Do you know that you could buy a bed frame for like $50? They think they did something. They think they live adult lives. Like I said, what would Venus look like and what would Mars look like? I got pictures on my walls. These niggas got pictures on their walls. Do they got lamps? It's the bare necessities. Talk about, because so go live like a bare necessity in your monkey cave. But then they still trying to run up and trying to live off of you in the comfort you created in your house, because you know that it only costs $50, $60 to buy a basic bed frame. That add in some accessories, judge it up. A bathroom rug. They come. You could get them on Target, on Amazon too. You could get it on Amazon for like $20. Matching bags. The barest of the barest minimums. Sorry, no, I'm not. She said truck drivers make money, no degree, just a few months of training and a certificate. She said she'd rather be on her own than the wrong person. Again, you and me both. Girl, I live for that. That's not my daughter's thing. That's mine. That's not girl, I be in McDonald's like, baby, I need me the steak, the egg, and the cheese. Okay. The only problem is they don't offer that on the buy one get one McDonald's app. If you know, you know. If you don't, I can't help you. Dock workers. Well, they get more than $25 an hour. I don't know where you are, but in New York here, the longshoremen, you know, my people come from Panama. We've been working ports a long time. They make money. I got a couple cousins work ports here and in Panama. They make money. They Indigo. They make way more than 25. I don't know what state you're in, but New Jersey, where the ports are, and they make a shitload. They make at least about 75. But that's here, at least about 75 an hour. Okay, they making that bread. Okay, there's so many things that they can do to make their life. Point is, that's the point. But it's our fault. Everything is our fault. So we've decided. We've decided collectively, and I say collectively because all the women, not just the Black women, the Asian women, all the women are with the shits. We decided collectively to say, okay, y'all hate us. All right. We baby mamas, we shouldn't be. Okay. No more babies. Y'all whores. Cool. We're not having sex no more. We're good. We're good. Not with you. We're good. Oh, we this and we that. Cool. You know what? We stress your life. We make your life, you know, because women want this. So cool. We don't want to be in relationships with you. We don't want to be married to you. Cool. Now leave us the fuck out of it. Go worry about yourselves now. She said, nope, it's not good having kids until stable job, own a house, etc. It's not. I'm telling the young girls that live their life and don't get caught up. Please tell them, give them examples. A lot of times you got to tell them. Like, listen, if I could have done, let me tell you what happened with me. Sometimes it's embarrassing, but y'all know I just be saying shit. So, you know, but I recognize that, you know, acknowledging some shit, but like I was dumb. saying, y'all know y'all uncle, whatever, or junior daddy. I was dumb. I could have went to college. I got caught. I thought I was in love. So when I tell you love ain't shit, love don't live here. And it shouldn't for you. I was out here babysitting when all my friends was, going to school and like enjoying their lives. I couldn't do shit. I'm 40 something. I'm a fucking grandmother. I don't want to be a grandmother because what that says about my, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, you got to tell them. Not just that you should. Why? Because when you give them an example, they could see it coming. They could see it. Be like, oh yeah, wow. Yeah, he was trash. You might love him. That might be your favorite uncle. Be garbage. And my life could have been so much better if I didn't do that. If I would have waited to have y'all years from now, y'all lives would have been better. That's a regret. I don't want you to have the same regrets I have. You gotta be real with these motherfucking kids. I be telling you, I be telling my kid too much. I don't care. She said, if you ain't got no job, but you choosing to fuck, McDonald's pay $20 an hour and nobody apply because they think it's beneath them. That's what some reporters, some articles said about why the men don't want to be mechanics and shit. It's beneath them. What is above you? No, it's beneath you. What is above you? Because you ain't even doing that. The same niggas who spend their lives sitting up, who have spent the last 20, 30 years of their lives sitting up playing video games to the point where a lot of them don't even know how to communicate with women. Because that's the problem. That's their generation's problem. They weren't outside. They've been playing video games and they think everything's a video game. They're porno obsessed. And if the situation don't end up in bounce chicka wow wow, they don't know what to do. Because they wasn't outside. She said, I rode past warehouses doing open interviews starting at 27. A parking lot had like 3 cars. But then we ain't shit because y'all think y'all this and y'all think y'all that because y'all own homes and y'all did this. The man is keeping us down. Y'all keeping y'all down. Let me tell you, y'all keeping y'all down. Because we ain't only black. We women. The fuck. Okay? We're not only black. We're women. Don't give us that shit. Y'all keeping y'all. Why y'all not at the warehouse where she said they was offering jobs? Why y'all not doing that? But yet you want to turn around and complain when because your girl paid the bills and she thinks she this because she paid the rent. Well, go get a job. And you won't have to live off of her. Because it's really not about she thinking she the shit. You recognizing that you ain't shit. Do we call that spade? It's them recognizing that's the drama. Them recognizing that they ain't shit because they ain't even willing to go for the warehouse job. McDonald's, like DC said, I saw it all over the news. McDonald's, $20. And I think it's like that in New York. But you selling drugs though. But you scamming though. You ain't got nothing to fall back on though. You ain't taking care of your children, though. You making every bit of excuses. A woman asking you to take care of your children is so the devil. Because you ain't meant to do that. Because your daddy abandoned you and your mom had to take care of you by yourself. So why the fuck she ain't got to take care of that baby by herself? Nobody told her to fuck me. The reality is because you're a bum. Shit. Ain't even like the good old days. You know how they love to talk about the good old days. Ain't even like the good old days when the niggas was working and actually paying the fucking bills. Y'all ain't even pulling that. Shut up. Let's finish this up because how the fuck we get past 2 hours when I told y'all a half an hour ago I had to go. Oh, please remind the girl. This one for the books today, Jovi. Thank y'all so much. Share it, share it, share it. She said, I became a grandmother at 45. My daughter got pregnant living with her dad, and it was okay because it happened at his house. I clapped. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you became a grandmother at 45. But yeah, because it would have happened at your house, girl. You know how they would have dragged you, girl. Because you wasn't raising her right, girl. Please. She said, I know a certified BMW mechanic making $80 an hour, and it's the body work. And if it's body work, 100. They stopped it. I'm 27. They don't know. They don't want to sweat just to make it comfy. They don't want to do shit. It takes two to tango. Too many refer to their babies. That's the weird part. Yeah, like they're babysitting. We don't babysit. We Anyway, guys, I'm about to get up out of here. I appreciate y'all. I'm hungry. Like I said, I'm tired. I'll be better tomorrow. If you worked elections, you already know that shit is exhausting. We gotta be there at 5 in the morning, y'all, and we don't leave till damn near 10 at night. And I am tired. I'm tired. I feel like I'm high a little bit. Maybe that's why the conversation's so good. I still feel I'm not high, but like when you sleepy and you tired, and I refuse to miss today's noon live. I'm like, we keeping it consistent, girls. So I appreciate you all for coming. Please don't forget to support your channel, support your girl. Cash App is always available. Super chats, even if you're part of the replay gang, you can always super chat or Cash App as well. I'll always shout you out and say thank you on the following live stream. Don't forget to get your bonnets. They're on sale. Shout out to the girls. Y'all, we sold like 6-7 bonnets in like a day the other day. I was like, what the fuck is happening? Shout out to the girls. Maybe I should have started it on sale. Okay. Shout out to the girls who got them their bonnets. Go to jovibeauty.com. I still got a big box of bonnets. Get your bonnets today. Get one of our amazing, beautiful scarves. I am about to put in the second order for some more grazing scarves. If you know the website, everybody loved the grazing and blues. I think I only have about 2 or 3 more. I'm not sure. Them shit's been selling like crazy. So I'm adding replacements plus some other grazings and other colors that I think y'all are really going to love. So I'm trying to get those coming up very soon. So support your channel, support the channel, support your girl. We doing everything to make sure we live in that beauty school life. Like I said, get you a hat, get you a cup, girls. I don't know what you're going to get, but just support your girl. I appreciate all of you. I'm going to drop this commercial and then we're going to be out of here. So I hope you live your life like it's golden because there's no other way to live it. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Welcome back to Jovi's Beauty School, where we now have 5, count it guys, 5 new scarf designs that we just got in. They're beautiful. They're amazing. They are so spring, summer vibes. I don't even know what to say. They're 35 inches by 35 inches. The print on these scarves are amazing. They're silk twill. They're gorgeous and they won't be around for long. So if I were you, I would get mines ASAP. We're dropping them in batches. These are limited edition scarves, so when they sell out, y'all, they are sold out. So I need you to go get yours now. Don't call me talking about Jovi. I need one. is too late. I don't know if they're gonna come on the next batch. Okay, so go to jovibeauty.com, get your scarf, and be that girl, because you already know how we give it up